A lot of people who confess or are caught in an affair say things like, "I didn't mean it," or "she meant nothing to me." In other words, they end up in a place they never intended. In most cases, cheating on a spouse is not an intentional act. It all begins with a small step. Usually, it starts with an uncontested thought, maybe even a fantasy. Thoughts grow into attitudes, and attitudes grow into dispositions. We lose our sense of right and wrong with that disposition. It's hard for most men. We are born with the instinct to feel attraction and desire, but life and morality require us to control those instincts. What's the best way to do that? Our marriages, relationships, or spiritual well-being depend on finding the answer. You're fighting sexual temptations, and it's important to win early. Here are 10 ways to fight sexual temptation. The first step. Stay away from temptation. Stay away from traps if you want to win early. Your unhealthy desires should never be found alone, whether they are images or actual people. Make sure you always meet in a public place with others around if you must contact that person. Set boundaries around your phone, computer, and TV. Look for a partner who is willing to hold you accountable. The second thing. Think about the consequences. Think about the consequences of your actions while you ponder the object of your desire. Would your wife know if she knew? How will your actions impact your marriage? Imagine what might happen if your wife found out. Do you want to deal with the fallout? Always think about the end game. Where do you want to go? Are your actions and thoughts leading you there? Pornography should be avoided. It is not only obvious that avoiding porn will help protect you from lust, but there are psychological reasons as well. Porn creates unrealistic expectations and leads to desensitization toward your spouse. In this case, your sexual desires are pushed outside of the home, which can only lead to destructive paths. We cannot expect them to live up to what we view, and we would not even want them to. Be careful when using social media. Social media has many benefits, but it also has many pitfalls. We are reunited with people from our past and introduced to those who are new. Old sparks can be renewed or new ones can be ignited. For a married man, this can be extremely dangerous. When using social media, be sure to pay attention to what is really going on. Ask yourself why you are doing this. It is common for our minds to wander sexually when we are seeking a replacement for something missing in our lives or in our relationships. We are also trying to distract ourselves from something difficult that is happening to us. For each man, these things will vary depending on his experiences. Identify the root issue and work towards resolving it. Get intimate with your partner. When we're focused on the right things, sexual lust isn't a problem. Although there's no way to get back to how it was when you were dating, there are a few ways to get there again. It's all about improving communication, date nights, passionate kisses, and thoughtful gestures. When our minds and hearts are in the right place, sexual lust has less room.
Maintain a consistent prayer life. Praying is telling God what's on your mind, what worries you have, what you hope for, and what you need. God created you, He knows you, and He'll deliver you. You should choose your friends carefully. In the battle against sexual temptation, we can find plenty of people who encourage and enable it. You can still be their friend, but avoid joining them in their bad choices. Maintain high standards. Choosing to be a gentleman is a good choice. We need more of those kinds of people in this world today. We should hold ourselves to the highest moral standards no matter what life throws our way. You'll get better results if you're self-disciplined.